see, we have ended with this classification of elements. Now it comes Dobrino's triad. The German scientist Dobrino's in the year 1817 has suggested the properties of elements are related to their atomic masses. Here it is, atomic masses. Atomic masses, you can denote it as capital A also. He made groups of 3 elements, each having similar chemical properties, and they called them as triads. He also arranged 3 elements in the triad in increasing order of their atomic masses and showed that the atomic mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the mean of the atomic mass of the other 2 elements. However, all known elements could not be classified in the Dobrino's triad. See, example you can see here, it is lithium, sodium and potassium. Lithium, sodium and potassium. The addition of lithium and potassium, this 7 plus 39. The mean will come up to the middle one, that is sodium. In same way, if you add up 40 and 137, the mean of this will come as 88. Similar to this, adding up this 2 and taking the mean, it will come up to the boron 80. This is the law of Dobrino's triad, that arranging the elements in the increasing order, that the mass of the middle element was approximately equal to the other 2. We can see in the next table more precisely the calculation here. See, first is the calcium, strontium and barium. So the average atomic masses of calcium and barium, they have added up and it came up to 88.5, which is approximately equal to 87.5. That is the atomic mass of strontium. So you can say that this obeys the Dobrino's triad. Even the second example, you can take it as lithium, sodium and potassium. See, the average atomic mass of lithium and potassium, they have added, which came up to 23, which is equal to the sodium 23. Atomic mass of sodium, that is 23. So here also you can say this also follows the Dobrino's law of triad. Now come up to the third example, that is chlorine, bromine and iodine. In this also you can see the combination of the average atomic masses of chlorine and bromine. Addition is 81.2, which is nearly about bromine, that is 80, and so the atomic mass of bromine is also 80. So these also obeys the law of triad. All these 3 obeys the law of triad, which means that the average atomic mass of the middle one is approximately equal of the mean atomic masses of the other 2. This is the main important law which was given by Dobrino's triad. And even his limitation was that all the atoms, see this, defect in the classification was that all the elements could not be correctly arranged in the triads. That's why this law was not successful. See student, here is another scientist, John Newland, who gave the law of octave. Even he arranged the element in the increasing order of the atomic masses, that is denoted by capital A. In 1866, Newland arranged the element known at that time as an increasing order of the atomic masses. He started out with the lightest element, that was hydrogen, to the ended up with the thorium, that is Th. So he saw that every 8 element have the similar property to those of the first. So he called the similarities was observed that the 8th and the first element were same properties. So he gave the law of its octave. This is the law of octave. Here you can see that is written as sa re ga ma pa dha ni, that is the musical tone, and in western it is do re mi fa sol la ti. So he arranged these elements here, all the elements in its form of law of octave. So here you can see that lithium, wait, see this lithium and sodium. Lithium considers the first element, and after that first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and sodium will be its 8th element. So they both have the same chemical property, so they are placed in the same group. Next is the beryllium and magnesium. This both also show same chemical property, so it is also being placed in the same group of Ga, or you can say as Mi in the note. So but there is limitation for this law of octave. So what are the limitations? We will look on it. So this law was being limited till the calcium, till here. It was not applicable to everything. Till calcium it was applicable. So the Newland fitted element in 7 cross 8, that is 56 boxes. Okay, so Newland placed the 2 elements of each in same boxes to accommodate all the known elements in the table. For example, here the cobalt and the nickel, and here another one. Moreover, even he placed the elements of different properties under the same tone, same note in the octave. For example, see, for example, it is cobalt and nickel. Okay, they show similar properties, right? And they are under the note DO. And even Fe shows a similar property as that of cobalt and nickel, but it is placed under the note Ti. Whereas here all others are halogens which are being placed with cobalt and nickel, where here all are non-metals. This only Fe is the metal which is being placed with the non-metal. So these are the drawbacks of the Newland's octave law. Also, Newlands did not have provision to accommodate the newly discovered elements. The properties of Newland discovered later and did not fit in the Newland's law of octave.